Hi there. As you should know by now, my name is Vladimir Rybakov. I'm a professional trader and was previously a hedge fund manager for many years. Yesterday, I held a webinar to answer some of the questions I was being asked, and also to share with you some tips and information on how to trade better. I would like to apologize to anyone who couldn't get in. The maximum amount of people the webinar software could accommodate was 1,000, and at one point we were full. That's why I would like to share the recording of the webinar now. In just a minute, you will see the full recording, but I want to remind you that there is still time to win a copy of my Forex Gemini Code and access into my private members area. All you have to do is leave a comment below. I have more information I want to share with you in the next few days, so come back to this website each day to learn what's new. Enjoy the webinar. So, this webinar is basically all about how to be a successful sniper. Okay? Not just a trader, but also a sniper. I'll talk about it later. So hello and welcome once again. My name is Vladimir Rybakov, the first hedge fund trader to ever publicly release this two-step process that yields consistent big returns. Today you will learn this way. I've divided this webinar into a few sections. The first one, it's the webinar basics and my personal story, which is important to share. I do believe that most of you here and most of people out there are same type as me. So I do want to share my story, what took me to the point, to the level I am right now. Okay. By the way, I'm not a native English speaker. Okay, so I am from Belarus originally. I try to speak as simple as I can and use the very simple language. I might have few mistakes in English here and there, so please don't judge me on my English. I'm here to trade Forex, not to explain grammar. All right, so if I do mistakes, I really apologize, but as I said, I'm Forex trader, not an English teacher. Okay. The next section will be drilling down into the details of the dynamic triple edge indicator that you have already downloaded and used. The third one would be unpack the secrets in the Forex trend directive, and that's a bit surprise here. Well, I will talk about it very soon. And the next one would be questions and answers. One of you will receive my exclusive Forex Gemini Code system completely for free. I will talk about the conditions for that very soon. And the final line of this wonderful webinar would be my cloud system for charts, and I will talk about the Forex Gemini Code. At the end of this webinar, I have a very special gift for one of the lucky attendees who asks the best question. I will give you the access to my private members area, a chance to work with me directly, and you will receive the Forex Gemini Code course to your home address. Isn't that nice? I think it's wonderful. There is one thing I want to say, and that's please ask questions, a lot of them. Okay, I really love sharing my Forex knowledge, and for the one person who asks me the truly great question, I will provide a free, completely free copy of my Forex Gemini Code system and really full access to my private members area and to myself at the end of this webinar. Okay, but no one leaves empty-handed. That's my agenda as a mentor. And you will also receive the fantastic Forex trend directive trading system that I will cover soon in this webinar as my gift to you. So let's get started. Okay. A bit about myself. It's very important to say that as I mentioned before. Okay, so from the very beginning, my name is Vladimir Rybakov. I'm 31. I'm originally from Belarus. That's where I was born. Mogilov, for the question where was I exactly from, right? It's next to Russia. So yeah, I speak Russian too. I see people here also asked about that. So I came to Forex by mistake. That was not on my plan. I always knew I don't want to go on the, well, structured way that everyone is going through. I always knew that I want to do something different. I love to create things very, very much. And I enjoy creating things, and I enjoy to invite. I enjoy to be always in action and move and develop myself all the time. I love to develop myself, to improve myself. And by chance, by mistake, one of my friends invited me to some Forex seminar. And since then, my journey began. I was a teenager then. And since then, I started to read a lot of books. I attended a lot of seminars, spent a lot of money for that, to be honest. Then I started to trade, practice. Of course, I'm not different from anyone else. It cost me a lot. I lost a lot of money on my beginning burn account over and over again. Until, I don't know why it happened, probably good energies or so. But basically what happened, on one of the seminars I attended, one of the speakers, he started to talk to someone, and he said that a new broker is looking for dealers. And I was then in my first year in the university. I never finished university, by the way. I left after 1 year of economy study. And I went then and I told him, that's interesting. Can I also send my resume and maybe try to apply to this job? He said, yes, why not? I was good in charts since the very beginning, and numbers. Mathematics is always my place. So I sent the resume. All the rest is history. They called me, they invited me, and after making a good impression, luckily on the interviewers, right, on the bosses, I started to work for this broker, and pretty shortly I turned to be a dealing room manager, then the main analyst there, then traded directly with clients, was special accounts there. After that, I tried my luck on a hedge fund. It was pretty short after the broker. I tried my luck on a hedge fund. Again, it was good enough to apply to this job. Worked there for, respectful periods, I would say. Learned a lot from this place, but I understood from the very, very, very beginning, that's not for me. Okay, it's great. It pays extremely well, but I knew it's a temporary stop because my dream was always to do something from myself. Okay, so when I got the feeling that it's enough, I left there and started my own journey. It was like 7 years ago, or maybe even a bit more. I met my partners that today help me on my online business and help me with the support and, well, building my community online. And that's all. Since then, I trade full time for myself. I'm mentoring traders. I knock on the wood. I'm a lucky person because I have a lot of success story behind me. I have a lot of students that actually left their job and trade for a living. I have a lot of students that do it as extra income or part-time job. So basically, all kind of things I can think about. So I am really proud about that. And that's basically all. And I'm very active because my motto in life is treat others the same way you would love them to treat you. And I know that if maybe I wasn't active enough then, but if I would meet some mentor when I just started, maybe a lot of my failures would not be there. I'm here to help, and I don't want it to sound like a cliche. It's not at all. I know people always ask me why you do that, and I want you to understand one thing, friends. I'm building a community. I actually built a community, and people that want to trade come and they want to learn. Now, I have some tools, I have some knowledge, and if I share with a person and direct him and help him, or her, of course, it makes me be more focused. Okay? Knowing that someone is looking on what I do and why I do makes me more focused and makes me better. And as I said at the beginning, I love to develop myself every time. I love to improve myself. I love learning. I love reading, studying all the time. And so basically that's all. So here I am today, blessed enough to have all you guys here. I hope you will enjoy it. I'm sure I will enjoy it. And let's move on, right? So the next interesting part, as I say, the next section would be charts. And that's where I feel more comfortable with, because trading is, well, as I always say, trading is like love. It's international language, right? We don't need English or Russian or Italian or French. We talk the same language here, charts. So it's very, very easy. Okay, so I want to cover a few things here. One of them is the DTE, the dynamic triple H, which you already have, right? And I want to give you some extra things here. Okay? I want to give you some tips from the market. Then I want to show you something else, the gift you all will have. So let's begin. The basic idea, I believe you already understand it, right? The DTE connects 3 tops or 3 bottoms. For my personal experience, 3 tops in a row or 3 bottoms in a row are very, 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 very important setups in the market. And when we trade them in a trend, it increases our chances to cash out and make profit. Okay, so basically, that's what the system is based on. Okay, and the DTE, which is the green line and the red line. Okay, that's the 2 lines. So that the dotted line here is the trend line I draw myself. Okay, one of the questions I normally asked about is how do I draw trend line? Because right, someone draws like that, someone like that, someone like that. My answer is very, very, very simple. The more spots, okay, you have on a line, the better. Okay, when the line starts, I have no idea how it's going to develop. But here is an example. That's live example from yesterday. Okay, 2 trades. two trades, two calls I got on $Canadian 30 minutes. Okay, so that's where it started. Now it started like this actually, right? But it went the other way. The slope started to be different, right? That was the beginning. Then the slope went differently, and I always update to the last important slope or line I can connect. So basically, that's where it started from, right? And you can see that despite of these empty spikes here, if I connect the lines through all these points, I have a massive line, right? If I have something like that, this line looks not that strong anymore, right? So I want the line to be as strong as possible. And that's why I connect as many spots as I can. Now, of course, I don't do something like that. Okay, it's because it's ridiculous, right? Line has to be still a line, a trend line, right? Not something like, something messy like this or this. Okay, it has to have some logic. And the more spots you have, the stronger the line. Now, again, I have no idea how this line actually will develop from here. But I know at the point I got my signal if it's good enough or not. Okay, that's the most important thing here. The next thing I want you to know that I have to have at least 2 spots for a trend line. The more, the better. I would even say at least 3. That's just an extra tip from me. Then I'm waiting for DTE to draw a line. This is updated line here, but here is an important thing. In uptrend, I want to trade only a break above 3 tops, like here or like here. That's what I want. Okay? In downtrend, I would like to trade something like that. So if you get this situation, connected bottoms, ignore it. Very, very simple. All right? So when I got it, I want to trade as close to the trend line as possible. Why? There is one logic behind it, guys. It's very, very simple, actually. When we enter a trade, we expect the market to pay us, right? To give us some profits. Now, what would you say? The chances for me to make profit on 30 minutes are bigger if I want to make 40 pips profit or 100 pips profit. Of course 40, because I ask less from the market. You got my point? Makes sense, right? That's the idea. And that's why I want to trade as close I can to the trend line. Why? Because when I trade the breakout, I set a stop loss below the trend line. The lower the stop loss in pips, not percent, because percent is something you set, but pips is there. The lower the amount of pips I have to risk, the lower the amount of profit, it's always twice bigger than the stop loss, right? I can expect from the market, and the market will likely pay me 40 pips rather than 100. You agree with me? Because 100, it can not pay me, but 40, very likely it does. So I want to minimize my risk. So slightly below the trend line, a few pips, 2-3 points, depends on the trend line, on the time frame, sorry. If you are 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 2-3 points, very enough. If you're on daily, well, 2-3 points is nothing, right? So protect 15, 20. Okay, don't be like very, very, very cheap with the stop loss. Okay, give the market a chance. Okay, give the market a chance. That's basically the most important things for the DTE. Okay, now would you trade something like that? Let's say there was a line here. Okay, there is no line. Okay, but let's say if there was a line here, would you trade it? My answer is clearly no. Why? Same idea. Your risks in pips is increased, and your profit you ask from the market will grow dramatically as well. So again, it has to be logic. Okay? Very, very, very important thing. Let me see what else I want to do. Very, very important thing. Now, if you are in a trade, I've been asked about it a lot, and I want to explain the logic behind that. If we are in this trade, and I'm still running, Okay, and I have another signal. Should I have another signal and a buy as well? No. No, 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 no. We don't want to over trade. The chances are with us, yes, but trust me, if you have 2 trades or 3 trades or 4 trades in same direction, very close to each other entries, and suddenly it doesn't work, it will feel very, very bad. And we want to avoid that. Okay, we have to learn, first of all, how to minimize losses, how not to lose money. Well, it's impossible, but how minimize the losses. And if we learn to do that, the profits will grow right after that. Okay, profits will grow naturally. Okay, that's the most important thing. So never, never, never overtrade. One of the famous and the most common mistakes people do is thinking that if they will trade 50 trades per day, their chances are bigger and they can make more money. No, exactly the opposite. The more you trade, the chances you do a mistake increased. Okay, you follow me? Just think about it, because you force yourself to be in action. You force yourself to look for action, and never, ever, ever put yourself in a place that will put you under risk, the psychological risk. It's very important, friends. Trust me, I'm talking from experience here. Okay? It's a very common mistake. And if you take 3 trades per month or 300 trades per month, believe it or not, the 3 trades, the best ones, the best setups you can find, can at the end of the month pay you even more. Okay, so think about it. Okay, that's very, very important. All right, now I want to give you few extra tips, mainly psychological and helpful, that might help you, okay, with this system or any other system as well. The first thing is, well, psychology is extremely important in trading, right? It's the biggest part in trading, because when you have the right mindset, you will succeed. As simple as that. Okay? Before I continue, there is a question always repeat itself. What's the best time frames for DTE? I prefer 1 hour chart and higher. Lower time frames also possible to trade. Don't trade 1 minute, don't trade 5 minutes, 15 minutes okay, 30 minutes okay, if your risk is low in pips. If your risk is big, ignore it. Simply ignore it. And why I prefer the higher time frames? Because they skip and prevent the noises, the intraday noises, okay, by the news or manipulations, things like that. Okay, so it's very important to answer that. Now I want to return to the psychology things, with your permission. The right mindset will take you to the level you want to have and you want to reach. Okay, so when not to trade is also very important. Okay, and don't trade if you feel tired, if you feel not in the mood. Okay, you will not go to see a movie if you are not in the right mood, right? You will not go out for a dinner if you don't have the right mood, right? Or a comedy or whatever it is. Same with trading. If you don't feel well in trading, don't trade this day or a week. Market is not going anywhere. It's there always. It's waiting for you. Okay? Don't force trading. Now, another thing, news. Unless you are a news trader, which I personally don't support, don't trade important news, interest rates, and so on. I don't want to cover all of them. It's especially different webinar for this subject. And don't trade on critical days, when there are elections or important meeting about the Eurozone situation or a speech from the Fed about the US economy. Days like that, don't trade because the market, the big traders don't trade. If the big traders don't trade, why would you bother to trade? Okay? And really, bank holidays, things like that, really, most likely, the trading will fail. The trades will fail. Okay? And you will end up as in a bad mood. And after that, you will find yourself saying, oh, I had to not to trade today, right? I had to skip this day. So really, guys, pay attention to that. And as I said, wait for the best setups to happen. Avoid the, the crazy days fundamentally around us. And you will be really fine. Okay, now another tip I have for you. Sometimes you see this window. Okay, that's market watch. All that's quotes. You see how many this broker offers? You see that, guys? It's crazy. So you see what's going here? The colors change themselves every time. See that? Pip here, pip up, pip down, pip up, pip down, 2 pips, 10 pips. It's running. All these numbers running. It makes us want to be involved. And that's exactly where this noise comes in. Wrong. Wrong. Don't do that. I know this natural wish to be there, right? It's like, wow, this pair is running. I have to be in. I have to be in. No. Wait for your setup. Okay? If you will push the button too late or just because you have the feeling, chances are you will end up with a loss. Do you really want to be there? I know I don't. Okay? Remember that. Now, the way to avoid it is choose your pairs and do something like that. Right button, hide all. And then you can select in symbols, you can select all the pairs you want to have. Like you want the Euro Aussie or whatever it is, make it show. Okay, and it will appear. Okay, you want oil, make oil show. It will appear. You don't want this one, hide. Choose the ones you want. Then your focus will be only on them. And the chances you go to some bad place reduced dramatically. Okay, that's very important thing. And I know it helps a lot of traders. So that's an important tip from me. The next thing is where it is. I have this list. All right, here we go. The 66-33 principle. I always been asked how to, and you probably heard about that. Never ever trade flat moves. Right? But did anyone ever said when it's going to happen? Or how to know we are on the flat move unless it didn't happen in the past? No, right? So I want to give you one simple principle that if you understand, it's best for you. Okay? It will help a lot. The simple idea that market is trending 33% of the time. 34. The other percent, 66%, let's make it 17-30. Okay, so the simple math. Okay, 70% of the time the market is ranging. The range could be big and it could be small. On higher time frame, range could be 200, 500, 1,000 pips. But on lower time frames, it could be 10 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips. Okay, you got the idea. But there is one thing that is same for all the time frames and for all the currencies and other tools. And that's the principle of 70-30. The market is ranging at least twice more than it's trending. So if you have a trend, let's say we let's start from here, right? We had a run right here. Okay, I have no idea if it's going to finish or not. Okay? Seriously, I have no idea. It's running. Okay, it's going down, 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 but I have no idea if it's going to finish. But then I start to see slow moves. You see that? Slow, low candles, slow moves back and forth. When I just see that at first, like here, okay, I still have no idea if it's going to develop another trend or not. But what I do know is that this trend, this move, this wave took 10 candles to develop. Based on the basic knowledge I just gave you, that the market is ranging twice, at least twice more than it's moving, I could assume that the next 20 candles, if it starts to be ranging, will last at least 20 candles or so, right? So from this point, if I see 20 candles, okay, that's 20 candles, what the market did, that's what it did. Only that. Okay? By the way, you know how we recognize the beginning of range? If we have few false breaks. Okay? You see this high? It was false broken here and down. You see this low? It was false broken here and up. When it starts like that, very likely it will go inside a range. And then you can start to measure. Okay? So basically, if you are over the 20 candles, it can last 30 as well, but 20 at least. After that, you know that the chances are for the next trend to develop increase dramatically. Now, this tip is not relevant in days of news or bank holidays or things like that on low volatility days, okay? You understand it. Because there is no volatility, no moves. Everything will be ranging. Okay, but for normal days, that's exactly what happens. And believe it or not, guys, hedge fund traders use this very, very small tip all the time. All the time. They actually wait for the time and boom, they catch the stop losses. They make the next move. They push the next trade. And that's how it goes. That's how it works. So it was very, 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 very important to me to tell you that and to show you this example. Okay, remember that it will help you a lot. Remember, we have no idea how long the trend could be. It can be very, very, very long. But when it starts to make some kind of zigzags like this, okay, it started this trend from here. It started very nice trend, right? For around 15 candles. But then you see what happened? False break down. False break up, and this started to be some kind of a range for at least 30 candles, right? And then boom, we got the continuation. Okay, and apply it for all the time frames. Again, not 5 minutes, not one hour, not 1 minute, sorry, because that's not tradable charts. Okay, but really, guys, use that. And again, please don't believe me. Please don't believe me. I really don't want people to believe me. Go and check. That's the best thing to do. Go and check. Really, guys. Nothing is better than your own eyes test. Nothing. Okay, don't believe me because I have a nice accent or I have blue eyes. Okay, or anything. No, seriously. Go and test. Check. It's very, very basic here. Okay, so the more you see, the more you understand. Nothing will compare to that. Okay, so I hope you take this tip and it helps you. All right, the next thing, wow, what's that? Let's delete this line. Okay, let's continue. The next thing, here you go. That's the next thing you will get from me, and you will enjoy it. Okay, that's simple trend direction stuff. Yeah, you will get that indicator with a report. It's actually a template, not an indicator. Very basic rule. And I want to tell something about it right now, guys. If you Google or read or anything like that, there are millions of systems. It's impossible to trade all. 90% of them have the same principle. Join the trend. Just different entries. So it doesn't really matter what you trade, as long as you trade correct. And correct means you take the entries where you minimize your risk. Remember when I first said that? Okay, you want to take the trades that are closest to the trend line or very important moving average, where the stop loss on your time frame is tiny. To risk 50 points or 60 points on the 15 minutes time frame is ridiculous because you expect the market to give you 120 back. Okay, it's, well, why? The chances you get 40 pips in your favor are much bigger than you got 120. And that's the trades you have to look for. And it doesn't matter what system you use. Seriously. That's the main idea. You have to understand. Okay? So remember, once again, it's very, very important point, guys. So please listen carefully. If you trade on 15-minute chart or 30-minute chart, okay? And your stop loss, let's say you want to enter a trade here. Boom, you got this dramatic candle and you say, wow, I have to be in. You have to risk that much. That means you expect to get at least twice more. Okay? So once again, what's the most chances you get from the market? 40 pips in your favor or 100 or 200 pips? Of course, 40. It will happen faster. So if you get a trade when you have to risk 20 in order to get 40, that's where you want to be. If you need to risk 60 in order to get 120 on intraday chart, it's not reasonable. Okay? Same on 4-hour chart. Stop loss of, let's say, 150 or 200 pips can be reasonable. But 1000 pips on 4-hour chart, come on. It's not okay. Okay? So again, the minimum, and again, it's visual stuff. It's very, very visual stuff. Because you see, if you enter here, right? You see your stop loss is tiny, close to the moving average. If you enter here, your stop loss could be really, really huge. Now, that's the very, very important psychology trick. Now about the system. This system basics, well, you will get the indicator and you will get every explanation there and everything. But what I want to talk about here is a principle of, on the 1-hour chart, if you don't mind, is a principle of sniper. You know what sniper does? Okay, it finds its goal, right? Destination, and it waits. Exactly, Dave. Sniper waits. Waits for the best conditions, the wind, right? The surrounding conditions, if it's dark or a clear light, okay, the distance, all these things together makes his decision to be final. And when the target comes and the best conditions, boom, that's sniper shot. And that's one of the principles for this system, which you will get very, very soon. Okay. And basically, this sniper tip I give you for everything. Okay, because to press the button on the mouse and be in 1 lot or 2 lot or 0.1 lot trade is the easy thing. But get in the best conditions, that's the master thing. And if you want to trade like the real traders, you have to accept such things. Okay? Now, this system, again, I don't want to spend time over that because you will get everything. That was really, really nice report. But the basics, we combine 2 time frames, higher time frames and lower time frames. Right? So basically what we need to do is I just call any time frame. Let's say I call 1-hour chart a higher time frame. What I need to do to find is a clear direction, all moving average. And again, I will not explain now and waste your time for that because you will get full explanation in the report with this template. Okay, but the idea in this point, I got all indicators showing me down. All the slopes of the moving average show me down. Perfect. I go to lower time frame and let's find this date. It was 16th of February. Here we go. Okay, and I go to lower time frame. In this case, it will be 15 minutes. And I'm looking for the same. And that's the sniper. That's the sniper metaphor here. Okay. I am looking for the best conditions, higher time frame, lower time frame, all the moving average, all the slopes together, pointing me the ideal entry. When I have it, I enter. Why? No one will guarantee me 100% profit. But I know I enter, I make this shot on the very, very best conditions around. Right? Follow me, guys? Make sense? And that's the most important thing. Is that about Bollinger Bands? No, it's all about moving average. Again, guys, I don't want to waste your time, seriously, because you will get everything explained on the report. You will have all the time to play with it. Really, you will enjoy it. I guarantee that you will enjoy it. But I do want to explain the basic things so you understand. Okay, and remember the principle of trend and range. That was the trend, right? Around 45 candles. That's the range, around almost 90, right? But actually 80 candles. Okay? After that, the chances you get a move very big because you got a range twice bigger than the trend. Perfect setup, right? That's when I say the conditions are with you. That's where you want to be. Well, in these trades, I am. Okay? Again, it's not 100%. It's not a holy grail or whatever some gurus call, right? But seriously, guys, that's what I give you here is from inside, from the real world of trading. Okay? And I give you it for a reason, because that's what you need to become successful. You don't need to be in a winner system. No, not at all. You need to be in the right mindset. You need to know the right things. And this tip is exactly what will save you from being on the very, very bad places where you have to avoid of being. Okay? All right. Now, if you don't mind, I want to return to my next section, and that's questions and answers. Okay? So please don't be shy. I see many questions already, so I will do answer the best ones. And the best ones is not because the other questions are bad. No, the best ones are the questions that will help as many attendees as possible. Okay, the most important questions, because, and again, without any disrespect, but where I live or who I married to is a question that will not help to any attendee. Okay, so seriously, my goal here is to help you with trading, not be the second Vlad or second like that or anything like that. Okay, as I said, the best question, okay, the best asked question will be the winner of my Forex Gemini Code system and will get full access to my private members area. Okay. I do want to start with, if you don't mind, the most frequently asked questions. I got a lot by email, by Skype, wherever people can find me. Okay. And believe it or not, that's the most important question. Well, most frequent, not important, but most frequently asked question I receive. If you are successful at trading, why are you selling this system? And honestly, it's very, very important question, because we all know how many systems are being sold on the online. And unfortunately, this market is also full of people that are really, after selling, well, sorry for saying that, but nothing, air. Okay, so about this question, if I'm successful in trading, why am I selling this system? And my answer is very, very honest. Okay, and I don't want to make a story here, but it's truth, and I will divide it by 3 parts. One, as I said at the beginning, I build a community. The fact I have a community makes me trade better, makes me be focused and on maximum condition, my A class for everyone. The second part of this answer is the truth of it. The more money I get from selling, the more money I can trade. And the more money I trade, the less risks I can do. And personally, I don't see anything bad of that, because you got something that works, proven, and I earn from that, definitely, and I increase myself. I make myself trading better, and by that, you earn even more. If I trade better and I have best conditions to be in, I can give you the best things. Okay, so again, that's an honest question, honest answer. The next question I am asked a lot is, will a beginner like me be able to learn the system and follow your webinars? The answer is clearly yes. Okay, clearly yes. But there is one important thing I want to give you, because many traders tend to put themselves automatically under the beginner title. Okay, it's very, very comfortable to say, oh, I'm just a beginner, I'm always learning, I'm just learning. I can say that about myself. Seriously, I can say that about myself. I'm still the beginner. I'm only 31. Am I a beginner? Not the age, not your location, not your gender makes you to be top trader. But if you feel comfortable with trading and you know how not to lose money or how to minimize losing money, that's what will make you the best trader. That's what will make you the winner. Okay? So, about the question, will a beginner like me be able to learn the system and follow your webinars? Clearly, yes. I was a beginner as well. I'm always learning, even right now. Even right now, I improve myself. Because falling and stopping, that's the worst thing could happen for anyone. So I know everything and I'm the best in trading. That's where failure will take place. We always develop. We keep growing all the time. Okay? The next question I'm asked also, I have a full-time job. Will I be able to trade this system and how? My answer is yes. Clearly, yes. I have a lot of students that do that as extra income. Why? Because they don't trade 5 minutes. Who said you have to? Who said you have to? As I said at the beginning, guys, and that's real. Don't think that if you will trade 5 minutes time frames, that's what will make you best trader. Not at all. The best setups, the best conditions, the right mindset, that's what will make you best trader. Not the 5 minutes time frame, not the 15 minutes time frame, but the right setups. And how will you feel if you end up a trading day without a trade? Waste of time? Wrong again. That's a trap. That's a psychological trap. Okay? Never, ever feel bad if you miss a trade. And if you have full-time job and you will miss a lot of trades. So what? So what? You will have the best ones in your free time. And you will make money. What is the best performing session for this system and how successful it is during the Ashen session? Well, this answer is pretty much relevant for everything. Most of the trend systems require volatility, right? Because there is no trend without volatility, right? Volatility normally happens on London and New York session. And on Ashen session, normally the market on the intraday market calms down. And that's what some people don't know. Because if there was a trend on New York and London, and on Ashen session it's relaxing or just correcting, for the midterm or swing term or long-term traders, that's the best setup. That's the best setup. Because you will enter right after the big traders relaxed or stopped for a second and reloading their guns. That's where you can enter. So it does not matter if you are in New York, London, or Ashen session. You can find the best setups. Maybe not on 5 minutes, but again, who said you have to trade 5 minutes or 1 minute or 15 minutes? Okay, you got the point. Will I be able to replicate your results using the Forex Gemini Code? Well, I didn't talk about the Gemini Code yet. I will soon. The answer is clearly yes. If you follow what I say. If you do what you want, I cannot give a guarantee on that. I can give you the recipe. I cannot make sure you take it the right way. You have to make sure you do. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to put you in the right place. If you follow what I do, you will make profits. Okay. Now, one important thing, guys, I'm not here to promise you billions. I'm not a billionaire by myself. Okay. I'm far away from being Warren Buffett, but I make a living thanks to that. Many years now. Okay. The hedge fund paid me a lot, and really a lot, because when I left, I had to live with confidence of money. When I left, I had enough to trade and to take risks for a few years. Okay, so I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing. Why? Because I failed too many times at the beginning. Too many times. My worst thing was because I lost my parents' money. I was very shame on that. I still am in some place. It's a story that will take me to the entire life probably. But, and again, I'm knocking the wood. I was lucky enough and hardworking enough to pay them back much more, thanks to the profits. So again, it's all in the mind, guys. It's all in your head. Okay. Again, I cannot guarantee you the billionaires. I am not there myself. I even don't want to be one, just to tell you the truth. Why? Simply because I enjoy my lifestyle as I am. I am trading because I love it. I am mentoring because I love it. Nothing is best to know that someone also makes profits because you could help him. I'm not some holy person or anything like that. No. I just do that because I was missing one in my life. And as I said, I love to treat people the way I want them to treat me. Okay, so that's basically all. Now, about there are many questions here. Well, guys, I can have this webinar for well, probably for a week or so. So let me go over the questions, please, in the chat. Okay, please have some patience. I will cover some answers here. Okay. Yes, this webinar is recorded, of course. It's a very good question. Edwin asks, in a losing trade, how to manage risk to minimum? Vladimir. Edwin, that's a good question. You don't manage the risk to minimum when you are in a losing trade. You have no idea if it's going to be losing or winning. You manage that before you enter a trade. Okay? One thing I can tell as a tip here, if you are in a losing trade or a winning trade and you are not longer sure or confident about your trade, close it. With small profit, small loss, close it. That's just a small tip. Or cut it by half just to reduce your risk. Okay? Marina, no, I have not worked for Teletrade at all. Okay. Let me scroll back. Stefan asks a very good question. When trading your system, how do you consider support, resistance, pivot points, previously 3 daily highs or lows, chart pattern, support, resistance lines? Support and resistance for me is exactly, let's go back to the chart. Okay. Support and resistance for me exactly like a trend line. If I have as many spots as I can find, that's a very good resistance. Same for support. Same for trend line. Okay. Personally, well, I use Fibonacci's, but I'm not a big fan. Not because they are not good. They are wonderful. But just for me, I see the things different in my eyes. Okay, so about Fibos, not. And pivots, not. I don't use pivots. Many times pivot will come with support, so it's a waste of time. Okay, that's a good question, Craig. What timeframes work best for you, Vladimir? As I said, 1 hour and higher. I will not lie, I do trade lower timeframes, but mainly to find a setup, not to make analysis, not to make a decision, just to find setup. I can enter 15 minutes after I was sure on the 1 hour or the 4 hour I'm on the right place. Okay. Okay, let's see more questions. Well, Bill, that's a wonderful question. Since you were on the institutional side, can you tell us if the big boys or the sharks, right, as we call them, look at what we are traditionally taught about trading and then trade against the traditional ways because they know what retail traders are taught? The answer is yes and no. Yes, because their profits are our losses. As simple as it sounds, it's zero-sum game. Okay, if you make profit, I have to lose, and the vice versa. Okay, it's not a secret. It's same for everywhere money involved, right? Very important to understand that and know, because well, they have levels. They don't have specific level of your stop or my stop. They have the general idea, so they can move prices in this direction. So if you protected more than I did, I will lose. You will not. Okay, so it's both yes and both no's. Okay. Yuli, I agree with you. When not to trade, as we said, highly input news, choppy market, and I gave you some tip for that. Yeah, that's very, very good. That's very good. Okay, let's see. That's a good question, Steve. What do you consider to be the best pairs to trade? Majors, where you got the minimum spread, that's your best pairs. As simple as it is. Okay. Okay, just 1 second here. Let's move on the questions. Paul asked the 66-33 rule, the 70-30, right? The range and trend rule. Is that for all time frames or yes? The answer is yes, but again, 1 minute, 5 minutes is too noisy and represent nothing. So on higher time frames, it gives you very clear situations. 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Let's see more questions. Guys, for those of you, if I don't answer a question, again, it's not personal, seriously. If you want, send an email, contact me. I will answer. Okay, really, I never ignore anyone, never. That's an important rule for me. Even if I go to sleep 2, 3, 4 a.m., I go only when I know everyone got the help he needed. Okay, so if I don't answer, not because I don't want, I'm short on time, you are short on time, I want you to get the most of that. So again, it's nothing personal here. All right. Now, before I go to Forex Gemini, okay, I promised. You know what? No, I'll keep it at the end if you don't mind. Okay, I'll keep it to the end because I want to cover the Gemini first, so you understand what it's all about. Okay, then I want to announce the winner. Okay, I was thinking to choose one right now, but okay, there's one more question here which I believe could be helpful. That's about DTE. Let's see, where was it? Let me scroll back for a second. Okay, that's a good one, Steve. Steve. Okay, here you go. Do you open one lot or two for different profit levels? Say take one and take two. Wonderful question, and I explain why. Because traders love to cash out partially, right? I also love to cash out partially sometimes. Personally, I open one trade and I just close partially because I sometimes love to give the trend a chance. Okay, I take my profits 1 to 2 and the last small part, I have it to continue. You can open separate trades. You can open one trade and just close, partial close. It will be really good. What is the best time frame to trade in DTE? Again, as everyone else, 1 and higher. And 15 minutes also very profitable if you do take the lowest risks trades. What do you consider the best pairs to trade? Same answer. The very low paying spreads. Because if you enter a buy and you have to pay a spread of 15 pips in order to take profit of 30, where is the logic of that? Okay, you understand that? It's basic logic. The less I have to pay, that's what I have to be. That's what I want to be. And another secret is the lower the spread for any pair, the more volatile and tradable this pair by the big guys. Okay. Okay. Does the system setup include alerts? Answer is yes. Yes. And I think, Steve, well done, because it covers the entire DTE here. Okay, so I didn't see this question at the beginning. So really, it's wonderful. You covered everything. So let me see if there is one more I wanted to talk about here. Okay, Bruce asked another very important question. Do you start with a top-down analysis and look at weekly chart first and move down to daily, 4-hour, 1-hour etc.? Not really, especially not for the trend systems. For different analysis I do based on divergences and things like that, the answer is yes. But for trend trading, no, not really. No. If I have my good setups and I join a clear picture, I'm there. Okay, Forex Gemini. Okay, this system, I developed that right on the days when I was working as a hedge fund manager. I told you I saw so many things from inside, so it was easy to me to put all the things together and build something for personal trading, for retail trading. And that's basically how the idea was born. It is a system that's constantly profitable, regardless of the market conditions. And once again, I will say, if you follow the best setups, the best rules, the classical conditions, as I teach, you will make money. And once again, don't believe me, check yourself. You will see that yourself. You will see that happen yourself. Okay. Now, I do want to show you, that's by the way how my Gemini looks like. Okay. It includes 6 DVDs. And another important thing to say here is you get everything to your home. It's the entire course to your home, to your house, to your apartment, wherever you live. It's yours. Lifetime. You get 6 DVDs. You get a manual that you can read over and over. You have cheat sheets, members area, and big end, you get me. I'm there for you guys. In this members area, I'm there. I'm there to guide. I'm there to help. I'm there to put you in the right place. Okay. As again, I don't want to oversay things and waste your time with empty words. No. Because for me, the most important thing is to know I can help. And I can help only for those who really want to help themselves. Because those who don't want to help themselves and don't want to give their own a chance, I cannot change it. Sorry. I'm there to build you as a trader. If you give me a real chance and you do what I do for myself for a reason, you will be profitable trader. You will get all the information about the Gemini Code on the next week. One of you today will get this as a gift, completely free as a gift to your home, including the access to my members area and to myself. Okay. But I do want to show it. And one of the things I use for Gemini, you can see that's the last signal I had for $1, for example. That's the Gemini Code. Okay. And one more thing here, that's the trend cloud. That's what you see here is trend cloud. Those of you who have Gemini Code will get this tool as well. Gemini is based on, well, simple idea, twins patterns. Why? Twins patterns is what hedge fund look and do. They create one condition and they see what the retail traders do based on that. They make it fail and they make it appear again. And if it appears again, like, okay, let's just imagine this scenario. Okay, retail trader bought here and it dropped after that. Okay, next time it happens, they say, no, I bought once, I failed. I will never buy again. And that's exactly where the move will work. Hedge fund trader will make money. Retail trader will miss it or lose because he will not rely on that the next time it happens. That's the idea here. Now, I have a few combinations of settings for that. Very, very, very simple. Dashboard, which includes a scanner of Gemini's trends and patterns trends, a type of trade, false break, trend, or regular, and one of the important things, the Gemini meter on the button, which gives the higher timeframes directions. Strengths, momentum, slopes, and power, force of the moves on higher timeframes. Each scale represents of that for higher timeframes. And the trend cloud allows me to know how powerful I am on the current conditions. You would agree with me, this is very powerful where the trend is, well, the cloud is filled or fat, right? With good meal inside, right? With good meat inside. Like here, like here, like here. All these situations are very healthy. You can see many, many times how it bounces from the cloud and continues on the previous trend. And that's how I love to trade it. These combinations of things with good, proper risk reward brings me to end months after months with profits. Sometimes more, sometimes a bit less, but, and again, I will knock the wood consistently. Okay, so basically that's one of the strongest systems I have in my arsenal. Maybe even one of the, well, not maybe, the best one for simple trading without making complicating things. All right, I promised, and my winner is, scroll from all the questions I got. I marked one I love, and my winner is, here is the question. I hope I announce this, I said correct. Steve Scully. Steve, you're here. Cool. You are the winner. Not because the other questions were bad, they were wonderful, but you included it all in one place. So I'm proud to announce you as a winner. My guys will contact you. So please, 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 please follow the email. Did I say your name correct? If not, I'm sorry. Okay. So once again, thank you. Your question about the DTE, full story around it was wonderful, and I hope you enjoyed. That's the email, guys. Okay. If you have any question, anything you want to ask me, to share, I'm there. Okay, really. I don't want to waste your time with more words. So this is the email, guys, of my support. Please contact if you have any question. and I will reply you. I will help you with all you need. Okay? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me here for this webinar. I hope you learned a couple of things. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And as I said, I don't know why, but after all these years, every time I hold something like that, such event, it makes me really, really, really excited. I really, really feel blessed. I have the ability to somehow give back to the market. That's all. And please make sure to follow your emails. I have really, really, really important and wonderful things for you. Okay, one of them will be very, very shortly in your emails. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you for the good words, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.